Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is JonHut, and today we are gonna find out which is the best DAW. So let's start with this tutorial. Okay, so first of all, let me share with you a bit of history of my career. So back in 2007, I started learning FL Studio. So during the next 3 years, I just play with the software pretending that I was making music. So then after these 3 years, on 2010, I decided to improve my knowledge as a music producer. So I started a 2 years degree in a private studio. Now, this degree basically covers everything in terms of sound engineer, from a music production, post-production, management, music for video games, TV shows, etc. And on this degree, we deeply study Pro Tools and Cubase. But that's not all. I was lucky enough to study with a friend, which I met him on this degree, and on that time, he was an experienced producer using FL Studio. So I was lucky enough to learn deeply FL Studio, Cubase, and Pro Tools. So after the degree and with all of this knowledge that I had, I decided to continue working with FL Studio. And then back to 2012, I decided to do another private course about music production using Ableton Live. Now, on that days, I already had the knowledge about how to make music, but I really want to learn how to use Ableton Live. And on that period, I also did another private course using Logic Pro. So after all of these courses and after so many years, now on present time, I'm still using FL Studio. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that FL Studio is the best DAW out there. What I'm trying to say is that the DAW is just a tool that helps you make music. And in some kind of way, all of these DAW do the same. Now, of course, some DAW have some features that others doesn't, but at the end, I never had a problem to replicate or to find another way to apply these features to my favorite DAW. Now, another different, it can be the stock plugins. But in my opinion, with the technology that we have right now, independently of the DAW, all of these stock plugins are pretty decent. So I don't think that stock plugins is enough reason to choose a specific DAW. Now, another thing to consider at the time to choose a DAW, it might be the price. Now, the most popular DAW out there have a similar price, but it definitely depends the version that you need. If you need a complete version of the DAW or if you need a basic version of this DAW. I also have to mention that there is some free DAWs out there. So if you are not sure which one to choose, then first start with a free version and find out if it works for you and try to save a bit of money. I think it's also worth it mention that some companies out there charge for an update. That was one of the main reasons why I choose FL Studio. You just purchase once the DAW and you have free updates for life. And another reason to choose a specific DAW, it might be because you don't have any knowledge about music production, but you have a friend who uses a specific DAW. So that might be a good choice, as this friend can help you to learn this DAW way faster. Now, let's talk about the sound quality. And in my opinion, there is not much to say about this matter. The quality of your songs depends on mixing techniques, the quality of your samples, instruments, and recording, etc. But definitely not because of the DAW. So, as a conclusion, I don't think that any DAW is the best. But if you need a DAW for a specific task, like for example live music, then Ableton Live might be the best for you. Or if you need the DAW for a post-production, then maybe Pro Tools it might be for you. But if you are looking for a DAW to make music, one more time, I don't think that any DAW is the best. So I just want to clarify that this is my opinion. And I also want to share that the DAW is just a tool. No one is going to become a superstar because using a specific DAW. It all depends on your production techniques, mixing, etc. So that's all for me. Hope you like and learned something from this video. If you have any question, please leave a comment below. Thank you very much for watching. My name is JonHut.